Illegal immigration. Is it a problem or isn't it? Should we strengthen our border patrol or shouldn't we? Do we have other options? Hi, my name's Harold Frazier. I'm an American citizen. I was born to parents who were U.S. citizens. My father was in the Army. Therefore, I was born in Heidelberg, Germany. Being born in Heidelberg, in a German hospital in Heidelberg, I was made an American citizen because at that very early age, my parents stood up for me and had me naturalized. My parents signed on a dotted line saying that they were American citizens, therefore I was an American citizen. I was naturalized. I went through all the proper channels to come into the United States, even though I was born to U.S. citizens. What makes other people think that they can just come into this country and do what they want? They can come in here, they don't have to be a citizen. They can take jobs from American citizens. I don't think that's right. You know what? If you want to be part of the United States, you need to make yourself part of the United States. And you need to do things properly. Go through the proper channels. You know, I worked construction most of my life. I had injuries, put me out of work for months. I still had to pay my bills. I made mistakes in life to where I had to answer for it. You know, I have friends who, because they didn't obey the law, have had to serve jail time. Going into jail, I notice in our local county jail, we have 2 whole cell blocks for nothing but illegal immigrants. People who have come into this country without any type of legal documentation. They cross over the borders. Guess what? We hire people to try to stop them. We put out all this money to try to keep our country safe and keep people from coming into our country who aren't supposed to be coming into our country. Is it right that we pay that bill? We have immigrants sitting in jail. Who pays for their room and board? Who pays to keep them? We do. I can be a little bit strong-headed. You know, just ask my 4 sons. I have 4 grandsons who are probably going to be the same as what their pappy is. I stand my ground on how I feel. And why do I do that? I've traveled all over the world. Germany, Japan, Jamaica, Mexico, Canada. Guess what? See that? It's called a passport. It's brought me into the United States, and it takes me out of the United States. It takes me into other countries. That way, guess what? They know who I am. There's a legal way of doing things, and that's how we have to do it. That's the American way. If you go into other countries, there's a lot stiffer penalties that you have to pay. You know, I think what what's going on in our nation is something that really needs to have a good look at. In order to look at it, well, what do you have to do? Well, you guys are putting on a show that is going to show everything that's happening. People crossing the border. Yeah, we're going to show up from both sides. That's something that I'd really like to be involved in, because you know what? I want to know what the real facts are. I don't want to see what CNN puts on. I don't want to see what this channel or that channel, what they say. You know what? Because everybody, okay, when it comes to the media, There's been so much stuff that's been stretched so far out of line. I want to find out for myself. You know, I'm a team player. I'm the type of person who can do anything from lead the team. I can follow. I can work right alongside of you. I'm a team player. I like to solve problems. I like to see what the issues are. I like to do that, and I like to take the ideas from everybody and put them together to find out what is right, what is wrong, and what's the best way of doing things. I think the only way to do that, and which I'm really hoping that you pick me to go onto your show, because by doing that, you're going to give me that opportunity. Now, I've done construction 90% of my life. Had a lot of injuries. Got a plate in my neck, cut my leg one time, ended up with blood poisoning, put me in a coma. I ended up having to pay extra money towards my bills for hospitalization. And I was also out of work. I had to pay my rent, I had to pay all my bills. I didn't get a free ride in life. I've worked all my life. I've worked really hard. I've raised 4 sons. I now have 4 grandsons. And they're going to be raised the same way that I was. They're going to be raised to do things the proper way. You know, when I went to Germany, I learned to live as the Germans did. When I went to Japan, I lived as the Japanese did. I learned their language. They didn't learn mine. I had to had to be helped to learn their language. I had to communicate with them. You know, and now we want to change everything because someone wants to come here illegally, and I have to reform as an American citizen? I don't think so. You know, there's a lot of things in life that we can do where we make mistakes. I've had to pay for every one of my mistakes. Every one of my mistakes. Why should somebody be allowed to come into this country and not have to pay for anything in life? I really want to do this show, okay? I'm normally a very jovial person, okay? I enjoy making jokes and having fun, and you know, sometimes I can be, you know, sort of over the top. Well, I'm not going to go over the top today, but I'll do everything I can do to make your show a success. Thank you.